Greetings and welcome to One Spiritual Love, Spirituality in a Modern World, presented by Unispiritual Muse, LLC. Today's sermon session is TLC for 4th of July. Now there's something I've been wanting to make for a few months now. Now the fact you get these little side effects from radiation and chemo cancer treatments, one of those side effects for me is my esophagus is falling apart. So pretty much that's the tissue cells in your throat. So there are certain foods that you really just don't eat anymore. They must be soft. They must be cooked because of my dosha. I don't eat hot and cold foods. I don't eat spicy foods. I don't eat a lot of certain types of foods. And the fact that with sinus cancer, that's another indication there's certain foods you don't eat. And depending upon if it's high or low histamine, there's certain foods you don't eat. So being in plant-based foods for over 35 years, I just took that knowledge that I have and I create different recipes for fun. And then, of course, to get the details of the recipe, like the measurements and whatnot, of course, you'd have to purchase my cookbook. Okay, so what I do is I like to create in every facet of life that I exist in. And anytime you're doing food, remember, on your plate, 2/3 is vegetable, 1/3 everything else. It is a rule of thumb in food nutrition. Now me, I've been wanting for a few months now, I love sour cream and onion potato chips. Well, potatoes are not as good as sweet potatoes when it comes to high and low histamine. So if you've had sinus cancer, you don't want high histamine foods, and potatoes is high histamine. So you want sweet potatoes because it's low histamine. And of course, yams are even better. They're even lower. And if it plugs you up, it plugs up your lymph nodes, which then creates inflammation, and then you got mucus in your body that doesn't go where it needs to go. And that's how life processes. So the fact is that I want sour cream and onion potato chips. I need my crunch because I eat 6 days a week soft foods because everything is cooked and it's all pure plant-based foods. There's no extra, I call junk foods, right? So there's no room for no chips. So I've been wanting to try out for myself. Now in the summertime, for many reasons, I do not use my oven. But I do use my little indoor grill, Hamilton Beach. And what I did was I did my sweet potatoes. And you can get them, the longer you cook them, the crunchier they get. Okay, so we got the sweet potatoes. Now you can do that, or you can do it as, like fried potatoes. But they're not fried. They're on the Hamilton Beach indoor grill. So that means all the liquids flow down to the front, and so you don't have all that extra fat. And they're all dipped in olive oil. Okay, so then you got your Palatine, and these are, you could cook them long, or you can cook them long enough to make it crunchy. And this is what plant-based people eat for pasta. And it comes in a tube. And then I've been wanting, of course, grilled cheese sandwich. And what it is this artisanal bread. I prefer it the most of all bread because it's very soft. And of course, I need soft. The older you get, you don't want as much crunch. You want more soft. So I got that bread with plant-based butter and plant-based cheese melted in the indoor grill. And then I made my own, instead of just sour cream and onion, it is plant-based sour cream. Now I like creating for the unique flavors for minerals first, vitamins second, everything else is third. So I added sour cream and onion, baked sweet potato chips. So when come winter, I will be baking them, and then they'll have more crunch. Okay, so in here, I'm just going to tell you, in the mix that I created is actually red onion chopped, because as we all know, red onions have lower histamine than yellow and white onions. All the other onions put together, you want red onions, all right? So you're going to do your chopped red onions, your ginger, garlic, curry, and your sodium bicarbonate, because you want to balance your pH, and parsley dried, and then you add some plant-based butter, then your olive oil, mix that all up till it's mixed up really good. And then of course, when I was cutting up pineapple, I cut it up and then I dry it out for later, because I need that for my oatmeal loaded. So what I did when I was cutting that, I added some pineapple. So then I got that here, and then I can put the stuff, the mix, on everything that I'm eating today. Now this is for people that are plant-based foods, specifically for health reasons, medical reasons. Remember, budgeting your time, money, and energy, you want to make sure you don't waste your pennies in doctor's prescriptions and hospital, because you're creating the TLC that you need for your happiness in your heart. What is the most important part of your body that you must take care of? Your feet. What is the second most part of your body that is the most important? Your heart. Each certain body part plays a certain function. And when you know, like, example, reflexology, you know that hand and foot reflexology are actually connected to the body parts, and your body parts inside and out. So you need to take care of them. So your feet first and your heart second. Everything else is third. In food nutrition, minerals first, vitamins second, everything else is third. And that's how it works. The foods I've eaten before, I've just never ate it in this combination. So this should be interesting. Sour cream and onion with pineapple. Oh boy, my taste buds are ready to go to town. And as Julia Childs used to always say, bon appetit. And life is love. Love is life. Blessing from Reverend Dr. Juanita Lewis, D.Div, Ph.D. And thank you for your support.